after games that made us feel like we were on crack, and games that put us to sleep. The group stages are over, and these are the teams that have made it into the knockouts. Despite being at 2.1 millionth in the world after Matchday 1, Big Boy has clutched it, now being at 3.6k in the world, ready to win it all.
Cheeky boy!
Now, if you aren't a cheeky scrub like me and haven't used your wildcard yet, it is still best to use the round of 16 unlimited transfers like a free hit, not worrying about what side of the bracket teams are and only looking at just the games right here. Then, using your wildcard in the quarterfinals, focusing on players you then think will get to the final. That means you can maximize your points right now, targeting all of the best teams, as there are still some weak teams in the competition, like England, but also means you don't have to worry about any upsets yet. Half of your team, all of your team could get eliminated. No worries, Bob's your uncle, wildcard next week, brand new team, lovely. So with that being said, the teams that are the sexiest, the best teams playing the worst teams in the round of 16s that we should look to back here are Spain, Germany, Portugal, Netherlands, and England. Wait, did I just say that? You could still go for some French and Belgian players. You could still back the Austria or Turkey. There's also random guys for all the different teams. But a reminder, you can now pick 4 players from each team, so it probably is wise to just back the best teams with the best fixtures and not worry about too many punts. Looking at the top scoring players for each of the teams we should back then, Spain are mainly topped by their defensive assets, as they did keep 2 clean sheets in their first 2, with players like Cucurella making enough ball recoveries you'd swear he's playing rugby instead of football, just picking the ball up. That's recovering it, right? To be fair, a ball recovery in UEFA Fantasy is like top 10 myths in the world. No idea what they actually mean. But with Spain playing the lowest ranked team in the Georgia, who I dare say only got through because Portugal rotated so heavily, I think Spain will be bringing Spain without the S to the Georgia, so we should back them here. For Germany, it was mainly their midfielders that got the points, with Musiala, Gundog and Wirtz all scoring goals in the group stages. They were very unlucky to only keep 1 clean sheet in the group because they did concede that random own goal, but Denmark isn't the easiest game for them, so it's probably going to be their attackers or nothing. Portugal's top point scorer so far is actually more disappointing than Ronaldo's international decline. How do you start against Georgia and not even score? Come on, mate. Nuno Mendes is top despite not even playing in the 3rd game, and without that 1 clean sheet they got, they would actually only have 3 players with over 10 fantasy points so far. They are a great team, they have a great round of 16 fixture, but almost all of their fantasy assets are going to be a great big disappointment. Maybe one to not back too heavily around the board. In before triple Portugal. Spoiler. The French defence is more popular in chess, but has also done pretty damn well in this tournament. And with them playing the likes of Lukaku, they might still be safe for the points. He's never scoring ever. As soon as he scores an actual goal, VAR is going to create a new rule just to cancel it out. He's never scoring again. Belgium are pretty much De Bruyne FC right now, so apart from their defence, who you probably don't want to back against France, it's probably him or nothing. In before 0-0 and all of their defensive assets for both games. Get all of the points. Netherlands themselves are in fantasy land, finishing in 3rd in their group, so not great, right? They yet have the best route to the final out of any team. What? But their fantasy players may not be the best to get you into the final, as outside of the 1 clean sheet they got, it's literally Gakpo or nothing for points. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I just fell asleep even just thinking about England players in my team. And all of their top scorers are literally all of their defenders, apart from Bellingham with his mighty 1 goal so far. Oh, fair play. Defensively, though, they have been very solid and do have one of the best round of 16 games. So, unfortunately, we might have to back England and have a lot of their players in our team. Cheers, Southgate. I'm crying now. And we do also have all of the other players from all the other teams that could do well, with the likes of Eriksson, Sabitzer, Adegula, and all of these other random fellas that I can't even pronounce. If you can pronounce them, and they're doing this well, you know they're a baller. So with my TED Talk finally over, I'm hoping you are ready, as you can be, for the round of 16. Otherwise, you could be getting a knockout punch yourself if you aren't prepared. We all have 105 million budget and unlimited transfers again, if you don't know. And my very own first draft for the round of 16 looks like this. Yes, this is not a prank. We do actually have Morata and Pepe here. fantasy games do weird things to us, alright? That's all I have to say. But I have gone for the double Spain defence, double Portugal defence, and triple England defence, as I do believe those 3 teams are the teams with the best chance of a clean sheet. And I've actually mainly gone for the centre-backs. A Mark Guehi making a lot of ball recoveries. A Pepe making a lot of ball recoveries, as especially in now the knockouts, teams aren't as attacking. I'm expecting the clean sheets, but I'm also expecting more points from the centre-backs than the full-backs, because I don't see many attacking returns from defenders. We have a double Germany midfield, as they are great value and also great players. That does also help. We have a Bruno Fernandes as our only Portuguese attacker, as I feel like he's the one that we can actually rely on and could potentially score points. We also have a very cheeky Marcel Sabitzer as my one true differential, playing against a Turkey team who I fancy Austria quite a lot there. And also with him playing on the last day of the match day, it also gives me more of a chance to make more use out of my subs and more optimally make my subs. But we do also have 5.5 million in the bank right now, so he could be De Bruyne, he could be Bellingham, he could be anyone. We also have a double Spanish attack here with Nico Williams finishing off the midfield and Morata. Yeah, never thought I'd see the day, but he's there. But in terms of fixtures, and Morata being the captain and penalty taker, he's actually arguably the best forward for the round of 16. So yeah, you got to have him in. And you can't believe I just said that. Morata, best forward in the game. Okay. And Mbappe also joins us up top, as although it's not a great fixture, he's Mbappe. He's still okay at football. And with how highly owned he is in this game, if he does go and score a goal or two, it would be suicidal for you if you don't have him. So yeah, you've just got to have him in there. And with us having 5.5 million in the bank, why not use the budget? Why not get Mbappe over some random geezer you've never heard of? And then finishing up the team, we have a Gakpo, mainly for the captaincy for the last day, but 2 goals in 3, and with a nice fixture here, I reckon he's a sexy punt to go for here. And that is that. My first draft, probably not final draft. Follow on Twitter if you want to see the final team. Yeah. But we do have 4 Spain players, 3 Portugal players, 3 England players, 2 Germany players, and 1 France, 1 Netherlands, and 1 Austrian, and we are ready to go. So for captaincy, we have Musiala or Gundogan for the first day, Morata or Carvajal on the second day, Bruno Fernandes or Mbappe on the third day, and then a Gakpo or Sabitzer on the final day. This team not only means I can target all of the sexiest fixtures for the round of 16, but it is also risky enough to still climb up all the ranks, even though I'm at 3.6k in the world. But it is also safe enough and tactical enough to not only make the most out of my bench, make the most out of my subs, and make the most out of my chips. It's the best to make the most out of the points and get all of the points. That's going to be all. Thanks for watching, and also, remember...
Don't be a cheeky scrub. Subscribe to Nathan Bacon right now. Don't let your memes be dreams.